Welcome to Giant Ability TV.
There is a saying that if you cannot fly, run. If you cannot run, walk. If you cannot walk, crawl. You're expected to keep moving at all times. And if you cannot cross over, go under. The advice given by Napoleon I is instructive, whereby it suggests that if I have good news to share, I need not wake somebody up. But if the news is bad, it is wise to wake someone up immediately, for then there will be nothing instant to be lost. Good morning, Nigerians. Sleepers have dreams, which if they must be realized require actions. Permit me to submit that hitherto our focus had been on the symptoms of Nigerians' problems, leaving the real disease, which is cancerous in nature, untreated. There are reasonable grounds for coming to the conclusion that the political space and the actors are designed this time around to do what they know how best to do. But unfortunately, the system, because of the enormosity of the foundational problems, is engineered to fail. The newly launched research tool called the Multidimensional Poverty Index (MPI) generates its results in figures using 5 different components, namely education, health, underemployment, security, and living standard. The survey, which sampled about 56,000 households across the 36 states of the Federation, including the Federal Capital Territory, and was conducted between November 2021 and February 2022, revealed that 133 million Nigerians are poor, as opposed to 92 million, which was the projection of the United Nations for the year 2022. 65% of poor Nigerians, representing 86 million people, live in the north, which 35%, representing 47 million people, live in the south. The report identified Sokoto State as having the most poverty level in the country at 91% and Ondo with the lowest at 27%. Children, women, and people with disabilities were the worst hit. Applying the results of the revelation wisely, the pertinent question becomes of what benefits are the advantages that the North has had by having more Northerners, both as the military head of state and the civilian president of Nigeria, than all the other regions. If you are not a student of history, remember that Sokoto is the seat of the Caliphate, with the Sultan of Sokoto as the religious head of the northern Muslims. Don't forget also that Mr. Aminu Tombol, the current executive governor of Sokoto State, who is finishing his second term, doubles up as the director of the Presidential Campaign Council of the Atiku Okowa of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), because history does not die. Christians and other well-meaning Nigerians cannot forget in a hurry how Deborah Samuel, a female student of the Alhaji Shehu Shagari College of Education, Sokoto, was burnt in daylight and on campus by her fellow students on the allegation that she blasphemed. While Atiku Abubakar initially condemned the act on one of his social media handles at the instance of some unidentified Muslim personalities from the north, he denied outrightly not authorizing the post. He then declined to take a position. The scenario painted about the level of degradation and unruly behavior by youths in that region of the country is evidently substantive enough to expose Alhaji Atiku Abubakar's lack of capacity, integrity, and moral legitimacy to rule Nigeria.
Who is from the north and who also understands the other parts of Nigeria and who has been able to build bridges across the rest of the country. This is what the northerner needs. He doesn't need a Yoruba candidate or an Igbo candidate.
These considerations are aside from the fact that President Muhammadu Buhari, who is completing his 8 years term, is also a Fulani Muslim and a failure from the north. A wise man once opined that men will not disappoint us if we observe two rules. 1, to find out what they are, and 2, to expect them to be just that. However, the pronouncement made by the former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Yakubu Dogara, about his defection to the People's Democratic Party, PDP, the party that gave him the ticket of the Speaker from APC, the ruling party, did not come to me and others who are perceptive as a surprise. It only alluded first and foremost to the lack of ideologies in our political parties, the lack of integrity among our politicians, and an assault on the temple of morality. Where else could someone who had earlier openly taken a position that the presidency should come to the South and an epitome of what the wandering stars represent, then the People's Democratic Party? It is true that a drowning man will clinch even to a serpent, and this is a clear picture depicting the decay of the political elite, even those who claim to be fighting against the Muslim tickets of the APC.
I will choose the first question, assign it to Dele Alake.
Okay.
And the second question, assign to Nasiru El-Rufai. And third question, assigned to Ben Ayade.
All right, so can we have a microphone coming in the front? And the first question is about blood oil.
Furthermore, time will not permit me to critically analyze the inordinate ambition of the presidential candidates of the All Progressives Congress Party, APC, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So far, looking back at his political activities since 1999, when he became the governor of Lagos State, his profile has been beclouded and tainted with deceit, falsehood, and political hooliganism. Speaking as a graduate and former teacher of physical and health education, as well as a mental health practitioner, suffice it to say that the physical and mental health capacity of Ahmed Bola Tinubu is in doubt and leaves much to be desired. Recall the incident of the fake hired bishops brought in to give credence to his Muslim ticket choice. To summarize, since Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu left office as governor of Lagos State in 2007, no credible, fair, and transparency election was held that brought in all his successors. You may wish to know that only 700,000 votes out of the population of Lagosians, which stands at about 25 million, brought Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu in as the governor of Lagos State. Hence, the saying, Baba Sokwe. Lagos has been run by despots, and this is the time for the patriots to take it back. If Nigerians are truly who they are and whose DNA I share, forget both Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of PDP, and Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu of APC. As far as the 2023 elections are concerned, if they will hold in the first place, let the above stated facts serve as a guide, and don't forget the saying that when the fox preaches, we should look to our geese. Nigerians are wiser and can no longer be taken for a ride. On the final note, more than at any other time in history, mankind faces a crossroads. One path leads to despair, the other to hopelessness, the other to total extinction. Let us pray we have the wisdom to choose correctly. Summing up, it is clear that the future holds great opportunities, but it also holds pitfalls. The trick will be to avoid the pitfalls, seize the opportunities, and get back home by 6 o'clock. Woody Allen. Things have gone wrong in Nigeria beyond repairs. If your conscience cannot stop you from going with them, pray for cold feet.
Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to all our social media platforms, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.